Comboing, the act of chaining together two or more individual drill moves in a quick succession to change both your pace and direction, creating an advantage against a defender. Instead of one simple move to fake out a defender, a combo involves combining moves like a crossover, behind the back, hesitation, or escape to dribble and create a more complex and unpredictable sequence designed to disorient the defender. The difference and the main difference between me and these other guys is I will always dribble to score, to get open, and to get the three. In this video, you will become a combo god. And if you don't, maybe you just don't understand. And if you do understand, then this video was simply for you. Yo, how y'all boys feeling today? I'm good, I'm chilling, and as y'all can see by the title, I will be giving y'all an in-depth combo dribble tutorial. So this is how I'll dribble. This is not how anybody else dribbles in the game, you know what I'm trying to say. There's different combo dribblers, there's different ways to combos, there's different moves to do and stuff like that when it comes to NBA 2K26. So if you want to dribble like me, I got y'all, and y'all really want to stay in tune for this one because I'm going to be breaking down every single combo move that I do when it comes to me dribbling in this game to get open on a lockdown defender, to get open with a screen, to get open on ISO, anything in the book, you know what I'm trying to say. So with that being said, before we even get into this video, just make sure that you hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and more importantly, turn on all post notifications, especially if you're new to this video, you know what I'm trying to say. At the end of the day, bro, I'm taking my time to help y'all. The least I can do is just hit the subscribe button for your boy, you know what I mean? For the guys that's always supporting and always commenting, don't worry, I always see y'all, you know what I'm trying to say. That's why I'm a shout out to the Naughty Gang. Shout out to those guys right there though. If y'all want to be put in my next videos, also like those boys right there, make sure that you are one of the first people to comment down Naughty Gang down in the comment section below as soon as I drop a video. But enough with the chitty chat, all right, bro? When we talk about combos, we gotta start off with something fresh. And by fresh, I mean my updated drill moves in this game as of right now. To me, I have the best drill moves in NBA 2K26. So once again, bro, if y'all want to dribble like me, y'all have to copy down these SIGs. For my boys that are not new to this channel and always watch my videos, y'all don't really need to copy down these SIGs because y'all probably already have them. But for the new people, just make sure that y'all put on John Morant and then Zach LaVine if you a tall guard. John Morant for a small guard, Zach LaVine for a tall guard. They're the best two dribble styles in the game. For my SIG size, if I run Stephen Curry, I don't really change this too much because it really doesn't matter, and Stephen Curry has good between the leg combos anyways. So for a small guard, use this. For a tall guard, Tracy McGrady is the fastest one. So for breakdown combos, basically the ones that are started right now are my favorite ones to use. I either go from Jordan Poole to Jarace Walker to Devin Booker for a small guard, and then Stephon Marbury is also good when you want to combo dribble, and then Kevin Durant is also good as well for a tall guard. As you can see, it's restricted because I am on my 6'1", but the two best in my opinion is Jordan Poole and Jarace Walker, but I'm using Jarace Walker for now because this is a combo tutorial. So for the escape moves, the best one is Kemba Walker for a small guard, and the best ones for a tall guard is Paul George and Jimmy Butler. These two come with personal preference. Jimmy Butler is longer, but Paul George is more glitchier, if that makes sense. But they all have the same function. There's different ways to combat the escape, which I'm gonna show y'all. For my combos, I'll use Kobe White, crossover, Lonzo Ball. For the behind the back, Stephen Curry is 100% the best behind the back for a small guard. Kobe White can also be used for a small guard too, but I feel like it's better for a tall guard because it has a good explosive behind the back. And then Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is basically like the fake Curry slide. All of these are really personal preference. They're all good in their own way, but I feel like if Stephen Curry can be used on a tall guard, Stephen Curry will be the best behind the back in the game, hands down. And that's actually kind of sad how tall guards can't use it, but it is what it is. For the spin, it's going to be Steve Nash. For the hesitation, the only two hesitations that I would ever use in this game until further notice is Jason Tatum and Paul George. These are the best hesitations to do the momentum with, and the momentum is very key when it comes to my combos. Once again, yo, this is how I dribble. This is not how anybody else dribbles. So if you want to dribble like me, put on this hesitation. For the step back, by far the best step back in the game, it's not even close, it's going to be Devin Booker. For my motion style does matter in a sense when it comes to dribbling, but it doesn't matter as much as people think that it does because it's also off-ball movement. But I have on De'Aaron Fox for my small guard, and then for my tall guard, Jalen Suggs. And sometimes I even like to use Kyrie Irving for my small guard as well because it is shifty. But as of right now, I feel like De'Aaron Fox is the fastest for a small guard, so that's why I got it on. Alright, so y'all got the combos, y'all got the drill moves, especially if y'all ain't have it before. Now here we go. All right, so how I like to dribble in NBA 2K26 is I call it a setup drill move. All right, y'all. So the setup drill move that I like to do the most is gonna be the regular escape. All right, y'all. So the regular escape, I'm pretty sure y'all boys know how to do this already. This is very easy, you know what I'm trying to say. But when it comes to comboing out of this escape, which is Kemba Walker, you can do this with a tall guard, with Jimmy Butler and Paul George. You can do every single move that I'm doing with a tall guard. It's just gonna look different because it's gonna be a different animation, but it still has the same stick functions, if that makes sense. So with that being said, let's just say I do my escape, right? I do my escape, hold R2. If the ball's in the right hand, I want to flick the right stick to the left. Boom, escape. The same thing if it's in the left hand. Boom to the right while holding R2. Escape again. I am going to do a breakdown combo. So the breakdown combo that we have on is Jarace Walker. It looks like that. You know what I'm trying to say? Boom, boom. Just flick up on the right stick one time while you're holding R2, and it should do that. You know what I'm trying to say? Now, basically, when it comes to chaining out of moves, it's a timing thing. It's always been a timing thing for years now, yo. You know what I'm trying to say? Dribbling will always be a timing thing. Basically, what I would do is, once I would flick up on the right stick, boom, boom. Once it lands in the left hand, let's just say the ball's in the left hand right now. I flick up on the right stick while holding R2 to trigger it. Boom, boom. Now it's in the right. You see that? And that's what I want to pay attention to. Every single time you do a move in this game, it is always going to go to the opposite side ball hand. So what you want to do is, let's just say it goes into the opposite side ball hand. Boom, boom, boom. You're going to want to do another move that basically correlates into going into the same hand that you started off with. So for example, if the ball's in the left hand and I do an escape to the right, now I do it right back to the left. So this is how it should look. See what I'm saying? I'm not losing adrenaline or any of that because I'm behind the half court line. You know what I'm trying to say? And that's what a lot of people don't really say neither. But let's just say I do an escape. Boom, flick up on the right stick. Boom, another escape. Boom, 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 boom. See that? It's a timing thing. It's a timing thing. You can cancel out of every single move in this game as long as you're trying to. As long as you're trying to, you can. So that's only a setup combo, right, y'all? So basically, escape into a breakdown combo. You know what I'm trying to say? Escape, breakdown combo, escape, breakdown combo, escape, breakdown combo. That's when I want to set up my defender. You know what I'm trying to say? Now, when I want to get into my actual real combos after that, it's basically going to be a double momentum into a Curry behind the back, getting to my spot to get the three. So basically, once again, the hesitation controls how fast and effective and basically efficient the momentum is. So with that being said, we have on Jason Tatum momentum, so it's gonna look like this. You know what I'm trying to say? Paul George also looks good as well. But basically, if you see how I'm doing the momentum, every single time I'm doing the momentum, I'm flicking up on the right stick first to get used to this hesitation, right? You know, this move. And then basically, if the ball is in the right hand, you're just gonna simply want to run to the opposite side ball hand, which is the left side, while holding R2. See that? You staying here for like 2-3 hours trying to get the momentum down, you're gonna get it down. You're gonna spam it just like this every time. See that? And this is the fastest that it can get. You know what I'm trying to say? That's the fastest that it can go. So after I do a double momentum, right? So basically, boom, boom. I'm gonna hold R2 or stay holding R2, and then I'm gonna flick the right stick diagonally down to the right if the ball is in the left hand. Boom, to do a Curry slide. Now let's just say in cases where you're a tall guard, you're not gonna have the Curry slide. You're probably gonna have on Kobe White behind the back. A different behind the back is gonna be the same function. So boom, boom, boom. See what I'm saying? So once I do this, right? Boom, boom, boom. I run, peek, shoot. Especially when it's a screen being set or even on ISO. You know what I'm trying to say? ISO, screen, it doesn't matter. I can do it all. You know what I mean? There's a lot of ways to get creative in this game. I'm more on a standstill fastness side. Been doing this since like 2K like 17 or 16, really, to be honest. But basically, if you want to do all that other crazy stuff, bro, like Steezo dribbling, Glock 19 style type of dribbling, bro, like this might not be the video for you. You know what I'm trying to say? These are standstill fastman combos to get to your spot, to get open. You still gonna cook defenders equally as you would if you were to do other drill moves as well. So for this secondary combo, you can even mix up the, you know, the first combo or the setup combo. You can mix up all the combos together that I showed y'all, especially with this one right here. This is going to be the same momentum crossover into a D-Buck double step back. So basically, it should look like this. So as you can see, the momentum basically the same way how I showed y'all. And then basically, if you don't know how to do a regular debug step back, you want to hold R2 and just flick down on the right stick. Boom. Doesn't really matter which hand the ball is in. Just want to make sure that you flick it down on the right stick while holding R2. And basically how to keep canceling out of the debug step back. It's basically a left stick thing. So as you can see by my left stick, I'm moving my left stick down at the same time that I'm moving my right stick down while doing debug step back. They said that left stick dribbling wasn't a thing, but bro, you can actually use a left stick to do moves, especially like this, especially canceling out of your moves and stuff like that. So once you do the momentum, boom, hold R2, keep holding R2, down on the right stick, move back a little bit, right? Down on the right stick again. So boom, 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 boom. See? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. So this is a fast move. This is a fast change of pace move. This is how it should look when you're running out of it. Easy every time, bro. Now basically we're gonna change together that first combo into the secondary combo. So the first combo was the double momentum into Stephen Curry behind the back, standing behind the back, and then the second combo was the momentum into double debug. So and that's how it should look right there. So for this next combo, this is a little up the court combo that I like to do. It's basically going to be a double crossover into a debug step back. Well, debug snatch back, I should say, because the step back is this one right here. But basically, all you want to do, run up the court, flick the right stick to the right and then to the left, depending on which hand the ball is in. So if the ball is in the right hand, I'm going to flick it to the left and then flick it right back to the right. And then I'm going to keep holding R2 and then flick down on the right stick. So, boom. 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 After that move, I just simply like to do a Kemba Walker escape or any type of escape, and then, you know, go either to the right or to the left, depending on like what the situation is, and then try to go for a three. Boom, boom, boom. To the right. Quick stop. Boom. Just like that, bro. Just like that. Now, there's something else that I like to do up the court. It's basically going to be that same up the court combo, that double crossover into the snatch back, but it's going to be different. It's going to be that double crossover into the crossover combos that we have on, which is Kobe White. So basically, you run up the court with the left hand. You basically want to let go of R2, flick the right stick to the right, flick it back to the left, and then double flick the right stick up. So see that? Just like that, y'all. So if the ball's in the right hand, boom. And that move right there is from NBA 2K21. I don't know if people remember that, but basically that's what I like to do sometimes when I'm coming off the court, because it just looks good. But yeah, you could do that, especially if like a defender is playing up too high. You can get right by him with those little crossover combos, and y'all should be good. I ain't gonna lie. Now we gonna get to the little advanced side of things. Now what I'm thinking is a momentum into an explosive Curry behind the back, into a nutmeg, into a crossover combo going backwards. Y'all, so if y'all watched the entire video up to this part, y'all should already know how to do momentum crossover, right, y'all? From NBA 2K15. It's very old, OG, very beautiful crossover, you know what I'm saying? After you do the momentum crossover, right, you simply want to keep holding R2. You want to have your left stick pointing upwards to obviously go up the court. And then you want to keep holding R2 and then flick the right stick diagonally down to the right to do this. See that? The same thing if the ball's in the left hand. If the ball's in the right hand, you simply want to like point your left stick up to go up the court. You want to do it at the same time though. So just keep that in mind, y'all boys. If y'all not getting this right here, it's because you're not flicking the right stick diagonally down to the right at the same time that you're going up the court. So it like that, you know what I'm trying to say? You're basically flicking the left stick up while you're flicking the right stick diagonally down to the right or to the left, depending on which hand the ball is in. So in this case, if the ball's in the left hand, I'm flicking the right stick diagonally down to the right. And if it's in the right hand, I'm flicking the right stick diagonally down to the left. Boom. Boom. Just like that. Right? So basically, right after you do the momentum into that, you want to keep running up the court. And to do the nutmeg, bro, a lot of people do not know how to explain this properly, bro. So I got to come in clutch and explain this in the best possible way that I can. So after you do the momentum into the Stephen Curry explosive behind the back, you basically want to do a behind the back wrap. And if the ball lands in the left hand, you want to do a hesitation, but it has to be quick. So for example, how to do a hesitation, right? If the ball is in the right hand, I want to hold R2 and then I want to flick the right stick to the right. Boom. That's how you do it. The same thing with the ball's in left hand. I want to flick the right stick to the left while holding R2. Boom. Just like that, right? So basically, when it comes to the nutmeg, it's basically like you're canceling out your behind the back while doing hesitation, and that's why he's putting it between his legs, in a sense. So basically what I'm talking about is when you're running up the court, right? Run up the court, you hold an R2. Well, you want to essentially hold R2 this entire time. So you don't want to really jog up the court. You want to run up the court. So I'm going to just do it real quick. I'm going to do it real quick and show y'all what I'm talking about. It's basically a behind the back wrap to a hesitation on the same side ball hand. So just like that right there. So as you can see, so in a sense, I'm double flicking to the left, but except to do the behind the back first, you want to flick diagonally down to the left. And then to do the hesitation, you want to flick to the left if the ball's in the right hand. If the ball's in the right hand, the same thing goes. You want to flick diagonally down to the right first and then to the right. But you want to do it faster. You want to do it real fast to get the nutmeg. So it should look like this once again. See that? Just like that. Just like that. Every single time. And when you do the nutmeg, you want to be running backwards. Let's just say, right, I do the nutmeg. Boom, I want to be running this way. I want to be running backwards if the ball's in the right hand. So after the nutmeg, then you want to do the crossover combo. You already know how to do the crossover combo. Basically, run up the court, double flick up on the right stick. Boom, boom. See? Boom, boom. But you want to be doing it backwards. So right after you do nutmeg backwards, running backwards, then you want to double flick up on the right stick. So momentum, behind the back, nutmeg, double crossover. Just like that, bro. Crossover combos. And that right there is going to fry people. I'm going to do it again. Glitchy. It's advanced though, so it's gonna take out some time, but practice makes perfect though, y'all boys. So that's the end of the video right there. If y'all boys want a part 2 of an advanced combo tutorial, make sure that y'all go crazy on this video, and I got y'all with a part 2. But I showed y'all the main combos that I like to do when it comes to this game right here, you know what I'm trying to say, and how I cook defenders and stuff like that. So y'all should be dribbling like me after this video, bro. If you're not, I don't know, bro. You might have to just keep hitting that hyperbolic chamber and keep practicing. But if y'all enjoyed this video, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and more importantly, turn on all post notifications, and comment down below what y'all think about this video. I love y'all boys so much. Make sure that y'all show love to this video, because I'm already showing y'all moves that I already know, you know what I'm trying to say. So that's what you really got to think about when it comes to this. But all in all though, y'all, it's a work in progress. The more you practice, the better you're gonna get at it. That's with anything in life, you know what I'm trying to say. But make sure that y'all take care of yourself, take care of y'all family, and more importantly, stay at peace. I'll see y'all boys in the next one, man.